Assalamu alaikum. Hello everybody, it's me your host Mohammed Mitwalli, and today with a skill 20 of Toefl structure skills PBT. Skill 20, make verbs agree after prepositional phrases. Sometimes prepositional phrases can come between the subject and the verb. If the object of the preposition is singular and the subject is plural, or if the object of the preposition is plural and the subject is singular, there can be confusion in making the subject and the verb agree. Let's see. The key to the rooms are in the drawer. The keys to the door is in the drawer. I have here the singular subject, but the object here for this preposition is plural. That's why I was confused in using are for the door. This are should be for the key, so it should be is. Here the keys, which is the original subject, okay, is confused with the door, which is the object of the preposition to. So that's why sometimes you may use is singular verb because you're confused. In the first example, you might think that doors is the subject because it comes directly in front of the verb are. However, doors is not the subject because it is the object of the preposition to. The subject of the sentence is key, so the verb should be is. In the second example, you might think that door is the subject because it comes directly in front of the verb is. You should recognize that in this example, the door is not the subject because it is the object of the preposition to. Because the subject of the sentence is keys, the verb should be are. The following chart outlines the key information that you should understand about subject-verb agreement with prepositional phrases. Subject-verb agreement with prepositional phrases. I have the subject, then prepositional phrase, then the verb. When a preposition phrase comes between the subject and the verb, be sure that the verb agrees with the subject. This verb agrees with that subject, not with any object here in this prepositional phrase at all. It can cause confusion, so take care. Exercise 20. Each of the following sentences has one or more prepositional phrases between the subject and the verb. Circle the prepositional phrases, underline the subjects once and the verbs twice, then indicate if the sentences are correct C or incorrect I. 1 or 2 are done, so 3. The tenants in the apartment next to mine is giving party this evening. The tenant subject in the apartment, this is prepositional phrase, next to mine another prepositional phrase, is given, that's the verb, a party this evening. Party is the object. So is here is the verb and the tenants is the subject, so they should agree. So this is incorrect because the tenants are. 4. The president, surrounded by Secret Service agents, is trying to make his way to the podium. The president is the subject, then a comma, surrounded, this is reduced adjective clause, by Secret Service agents, so by Secret Service agents, this is prepositional phrase. Is trying is the verb. Is trying is the verb for the president and it matches the subject, so it's correct. 5. The buildings destroyed during the fire are being rebuilt at the taxpayers' expenses. The buildings, that's the subject, destroyed, this is adjective, during, this is during the fire, prepositional phrase, are being, this is the verb, are being rebuilt, it's passive. At the taxpayer expense, this is another prepositional phrase, but let's look at the verb are being here. It matches the buildings because the buildings are plural, are being is plural as well. So 5 is correct. 6. Because of the seriousness of the company's financial problems, the board of directors have called an emergency meeting. Because this is connector of the seriousness, this is prepositional phrase, of the companies, another prepositional phrase. All this prepositional phrase I haven't got to the subject yet. The board, this is the subject. Of directors, this is prepositional phrase. Have called, this is the verb. It should match the subject, the board, and it doesn't match. So this is incorrect. It should have been the board of the directors has called because board is singular. So 6 is incorrect. 7. Manufacture of the item that you requested have been discontinued because of lack of profit on those item. Manufacture of the item Manufacture is the subject of the item. This is the prepositional phrase. That is a connector. You requested subject and verb. Have been. What have been? The manufacturer. The manufacturer have been. So it's incorrect because manufacturer is singular, so manufacturer has been. 7 is incorrect. 8. Further development of any new ideas for future products has to be approved in advance. Further development, this is the subject of any new ideas, prepositional phrase for future products. Prepositional phrase has to be approved. This is the verb has. So further development is singular, has a singular. 8 is correct. 9. The scheduled departure time of the trains posted on panels throughout the terminal buildings are going to be updated. Departure time is the original subject described by the word scheduled of the trains, prepositional phrase, on panels, prepositional phrase, throughout the terminal, prepositional phrase. Are going is the verb and it doesn't match departure time, so it's incorrect. This should be is, not are. 10. Any houses built in that development before 1970 have to be upgraded to meet current standards. Any houses, this is the subject, built in that development, this is adjective, in that development is prepositional phrase, before 1970 prepositional phrase, have to be, this is the verb have. So houses is plural, have is plural, so the sentence is correct. I hope you understand that. Keep practicing, do your best. Until I see you in another skill, take care of yourselves and goodbye.